Hey guys, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and as you may be able to guess, we had some audio issues. Hopefully, they're better now. Tom, let me know. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, we hadn't gotten to the part where I wanted to do advice for each of the astrological signs. We're going to close out this row here, and then we'll dive into that. So, basically, quick summary for you. We've got somebody that was willing to take someone else's opinion as their marching orders, and they walked away from a love interest that they felt a little bit, I don't know, kind of stumped by. Like they didn't feel they'd really spent very much time with this individual, yet somehow they feel that they've fallen in love or that others don't really compare to this individual. So I'll be sure to put the link below for the part one, but it is the most recent live stream. What did I title it? Something like you'll be seeing each other soon. Yeah, I'll link the two of these together so that you guys can find that more easily. Thank you, Tom. Wow, that's crazy, James. I love it when that happens. So I don't know if you guys caught, I'm just going to do probably this whole Egyptian tarot row over again. We've got somebody who has their sights set on reunion or reconciliation. They want to make amends and find a way to be in this person's life, demonstrate to them that I'm no longer this King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm able to offer stability and something long term. There is a concern that whoever they're interested in is going to take one look at them and say, no, you're the same person that I don't really want to talk to because you were, hot and cold or breadcrumbing me or ghosted me. So this person is a little bit anxious because they know however they make their presence known or their desire to have a conversation known, it's going to be judged like the whole thing. Like if they send a text message, if they make a phone call, if they show up at your place, whatever they say, it's going to have to be like pretty legit because they know they're dealing with somebody who's very intuitive. And with the high priestess in the reverse, it's almost like I have to share everything that's been happening in like one blurb, or I have to find a way to bring you up to speed without you judging me. Like, how can I demonstrate for you that I've become a better person? Is kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So, for those of you that are not interested in somebody coming back around, I get it. That's totally a respectable vibe. This is a reading for people that would at least hear somebody out if they were to come back around. And after this card, we'll dive into the astrological signs. We're going to do 2 cards of advice for each sign. You can find the order in the description box below, but I always start with air signs. So we have the Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's a little bit moody. Honestly, I feel like this is somebody, whoever has to initiate this conversation, probably the Divine Masculine. We did have the Twin Flame card come out. The Divine Masculine is like maybe being a little bit difficult to deal with in terms of the other people that they hang out with, just kind of like so focused on how do I make this work? Like, "Rah, just leave me alone. I'm thinking." Because they're a little nervous that it's going to be an outright rejection and that they don't actually have a chance to bring this back to life. So, all right, you guys, let's start with, we're going to use the everyday witch. Let's start with Aquarius and see what advice we have for you. What do we have for Aquarius for advice? We have the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So Aquarius, whoever this is that is wanting to have reconciliation here, I do feel like this is somebody that you didn't know very well. So I don't think this is like, you dated for a year and now you're coming back together. This is somebody who realized that you were special. And that kind of inspired them to get their shit in order. So this Two of Pentacles, maybe they were dealing with some financial issues. Maybe it's just the idea of, I need to stop like letting somebody else tell me how to live my life. And with the Hierophant, I love that it's a yoga pose, because I do feel like this confirms we've got somebody that has created balance in their life. So Aquarius, it's a green light for this person in my book. You have to make that decision yourself, but this is somebody who has worked hard to get balance and stability in their life with the mindset of wanting to be in a relationship with you. Sorry, Gemini. So Gemini, what card represents you? The Lovers, and that's what we have here. So this to me, and the Lovers is about like soulmates, right? This is a very strong connection for you, Gemini. Oh my gosh, look at the cute little kitties. Oh, I love it. All right, Gemini, that's a good sign for you. I think we've got somebody you feel very connected to that has gone through quite the battle. It looks like there were definitely some people here that got involved where they didn't need to be. And whoever you're dealing with here, they've had to, you know, fight the good fight here and perhaps cut some people out of their life in order to be with you. So this looks like a good situation. All right, what about for Libra? What advice do we have? Libra, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Swords. You know, Page of Wands in the reverse is kind of giving me a vibe of bad news. I don't think this is somebody that you should reconcile with, but it might be good to have this conversation in order to address forgiveness. Forgiving other people is not for whomever you're forgiving. It's for the person who has to do the forgiving. Okay. That's a burden you get off of your back. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Situation is resolved, right? So it might be for you, Libra, that this is coming back around so that you can forgive somebody and everybody can move forward. But it does look to me like you're either going to have some communication issues with this person, and that will tell you this isn't going to work for me, or this person is going to forget a piece of the story because it makes them look bad. And that's going to be like it for you. Like, yo, if we're trying to have a clean slate here and you're just like not even telling me what actually happened, then you've already screwed up the clean slate from day one. Good work, you. Hello there, Miss Tiana. Oh, yeah, no, you don't have to talk to her. It's your decision, you know? All right, tell me what we have for Pisces, please. Pisces, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. This one gets me a little worried, Pisces, because this kind of gives me the feeling that we have somebody who is maybe rushing things, hasn't really done the work they needed to do. So somebody may have procrastinated and then at the last minute was like, you know what, I should probably do something about this. But it's like a little, too late kind of thing. And the King of Swords. Pisces, you may be dealing with somebody that is an air sign, since we have Four of Swords and King of Swords. But I will tell you this, you are going to have somebody that tells you the truth. If the most important thing to you is that they are honest with you and you can work from there, cool. But there is some element here that this person has left that they needed to work on. So this could have been like you needed to go no contact here with somebody, but you didn't really have the cojones to do that. So I think Pisces, the most important message here is use your discernment. You have to determine whether or not this missing element of healing is going to cause a problem between the two of you, right? Or if they actually have any, desire to address this eventually. All right, moving on to Cancer, we have Death in the reverse. And the King of Pentacles in the reverse. They are still at this not able to give something long term or not be able to commit. Death in the reverse, they haven't changed. They might be able to demonstrate, I did this little thing, and that means that I have changed everything. But I think you'll be able to use your intuition to say, nah, you're the same clown. Same clown. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Scorpio, we have the Hermit. The Hermit, is that you or your person? And the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This bodes well, Scorpio. This is somebody who has been seeking wisdom and trying to figure out the situation before they come back around. I don't know how well you can see that chick there in front of the campfire, but she is really thinking through the actions, really thinking through the situation. And I think this will be a good conversation. It may move a little bit slower than you want it to, but it is at the right pace. What do we have for Aries, please? Actually, you know what? We're going to swap over to steampunk for the last half. What do we have for advice for Aries, please? Hello, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? Meow. We have Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Interesting. 2 5s. So the number 55 could be important to you. We have a problem here, Aries. I think whoever is meant to be reclaiming their personal power or reclaiming their voice is failing to do so. If you just look at these images, I think it makes it a little bit more clear. We've got somebody here who realizes that it's going to be a bit of a battle, that there are people that are working against this. It's not just one person, right? And whoever initially sabotaged the situation is committed to sticking that out. Like they really want to make this difficult for you guys. So I think for the majority of you, it would probably be wise to just ask, do I actually want to deal with this much drama? Is this something we can handle? Do we need to move elsewhere? Mr. Hambone, where is he? I don't know. He might be looking out the window at the birds. It's kind of nice out today, so they're back out. All right, let's move to Leo. Another 5. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. I've only pulled 3 cards and all of them are 5s. Okay, so Leo, 5 of Cups is somebody who may have a drinking problem. It doesn't have to be, of course, but this is somebody who's thinking about how things went wrong. Maybe a little bit stuck in the past. This doesn't bode well, Leo. This is probably somebody who has been a little too slow as far as the healing work or the changes they needed to make. And as a result, could indicate that we have somebody that is Willing to have the conversation, but not necessarily willing to change what they need to change, right? Hello there, Voodoo. So we've got, I think, kind of, I'm trying so hard not to say this one word, but I'm just going to say it because it's like all over my head. We've got a bit of a disappointment here. Sorry, Leo. Whoever this person is, they're a little bit too woe is me to deal with somebody that sparkles like you do, right? You're the sun. S-U-N. All right, let's go to Sagittarius, please. What advice do we have for Sagittarius? Four of Swords in the reverse. Sorry, Four of Swords in the upright. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Somebody is still focused on their healing here, Sagittarius. It's not the right time for you guys. So if you're wondering if you should be reaching out to try to say, hey, like, why don't we have a conversation? Let's get the ball rolling. My advice to you is to hold off because this is not the right time yet. If you feel like you're the one that needs to initiate the contact, go ahead and make it, like, speak into existence some sign that you want to see that will tell you when it's the right time for you. It is not the right time right now to reconcile with this person. It may never be, but I do feel like for some of you, you do want there to be an opportunity, and it's a matter of letting this person actually assess the damage, realize what went wrong, where they need to change their own behavior, and ask yourself if there's something you need to change, right? Take advantage of this time to heal whatever you can, without any expectations of um, everything being exactly how you want. Sometimes we are surprised and it's for the better, right? Yeah. All right, let's move to Capricorn. Capricorn, what advice do we have for Capricorn? Magician in the reverse. Nine of Cups. I mean, I tried real hard not to look at Capricorn immediately as the devil card in the tarot because it is associated with the Capricorn sign. But when we get the Magician in the reverse, Capricorn, this is telling me there's somebody here who has every intention of misleading you and making you see things as that's the dream that I want, that's the partner that I want, that's the person that I want. But it's a facade, it's a love spell, it's a lie, it's a production, right? So, Capricorn, it's a no for me. This is not somebody with good intentions. They like it when you don't feel like you are in control, by the way. All right, Taurus, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Two of Cups in the reverse is often about a breakup or an argument, a falling out. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be about relationships that are, more platonic. But it feels to me like this is somebody that, with those intertwining lights there, really does feel like the two of you understand each other. But there's a separation here that was as a result of, like, circumstances. It kind of feels to me like the universe has separated these two individuals, Taurus, because you had to be apart to do some healing on your own. Otherwise, it wouldn't have gotten done. We have the King of Swords and the Hanged Man in the reverse. So, Taurus, there's somebody here who knows what needs to be done and feels this separation is really painful. But with the Hanged Man in the reverse, this is like somebody who's refusing to do something they know they need to do. I know I need to change my perspective. I know I need to quit drinking. I know I need to start exercising. I know I shouldn't eat that anymore. Whatever it is, this person has to hear it multiple times before they actually do anything about it. So if that's you, Taurus, or if that's your person, the advice here is don't move forward until somebody has addressed this unwillingness to address something when they hear about it, right? Like, don't sit on your ass for 6 months and then do something about it. I love you, whoever you are. If you know there's something you need to do to make your life better, then fucking do it. We don't have a guarantee of like 80 more years or 30 more years or one more year. If you want to make a difference in your life, do it when you have the time, which is now. Gonna be a no from me, dog. Yep, exactly. Hello, Dino. How are you doing? I can't remember if I said hi to you, Jay, in this reading or just the last one. So I'm gonna just like cover my bases and say hi, Jay. All right, so moving on to Virgo. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The image in my mind just then was a vacuum cleaner that has no suction. Because the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is somebody who's trying to force something, or this is somebody who doesn't have that manifestation power figured out. So we have somebody who I think, to be real, Virgo, we have somebody here who isn't taking action when they need to be taking action. So if you are aware that you're the one who needs to initiate the conversation, you're like, well, I don't know. I still think like maybe they'll reach out to me first. No, you're wrong. You're lying to yourself and you're trying to just like kick the can down the street because you don't want to deal with it. Look, if you want a twin flame kind of love, you got to have some balls, okay? And I don't mean like physically. You got to have the ability to stand up for what you want. You have to have the ability to communicate directly and honestly. And if you can't do that, then this isn't for you. That's just, you got to be able to acknowledge your role in the situation. And if you don't want to be pursuing somebody because you're used to sitting back and letting everybody pursue you, then probably not gonna work. Yes, Miss Joanna, we don't want to suck. All right, let's get, I don't know, I kind of feel like we need some final words of advice here. I'm just gonna do for the collective, what happens if this doesn't work out? For those